This podcast was produced by OAR FM Dunedin with support from New Zealand On Air.
Welcome to My Business Stars, a podcast series featuring conversations with disabled business owners telling their business stories. Hosted by the Disability Business Network. Kia ora, I'm that blind woman, Julie Woods from the Disability Business Network, host of the My Business Stars podcast. And today we have on the show two guests. Very exciting. Our first one is Holly Davies from Holly's Original Arts. Welcome, Holly.
Nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, well, it's lovely to have you here. And Holly's coach, Selwyn Cook. Welcome, Selwyn, from the Disability Business Network.
Thank you, Julie. Pleasure to be here, and thank you, Holly, for having me along as well.
We might start with you, Selwyn. Would you like to say how you've got to know Holly and how it came about that you were her coach?
Right then. Well, it was certainly my pleasure to start working with Holly as we worked together for another reason originally, and that was to find Holly employment in the Te Awamutu area of the stunning Waikato, where we are now. And that brought us together. During that journey, we discovered, I discovered, that Holly had not only a passion for art, but very much a creative side to Holly, which showed in a number of different ways. And Holly had already started her business, Holly's Original Art, but we were now, in working together, exploring other ways we could increase the exposure, I guess, and help Holly on her journey. With that, she joined the My Business Starter program as part of the Disability Business Network. And after that, during that, I was actually her coach. And after that, we just spent a little bit of time together as Holly progressed her business ideas to the point that you'll hear about soon.
Lovely. Thank you, Selwyn. And so tell me about Holly's Original Arts, Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly Davies. My business is Holly's Original Art, and I love and enjoy being creative, and I create lots of amazing products and arts and crafts. I have been creating candles, tie-dye, paintings, drawings, Kawakawa Balm, beaded jewellery, bath bombs, bath salts, photography cards, felt sewing, yeah.
Well, the list goes on. There's no end to your talents, Holly. That's amazing. Have you always been creative?
Yes, I've been creative from a very young age, probably since about maybe 3, 4.
And what did you make when you were that age?
I used to just make like little random pictures and collages and stuff like that, and yeah, basically expanded as I got older.
And what do you love about having your own business?
What I love about having my own business is being able to be creative and show people my talents and my creativeness, and sharing with other people, bringing joy to their day, and yeah.
It's lovely bringing joy to their day. I take it then you like meeting your customers?
Yeah, I love meeting new customers and like trying to make exactly what they ask for, because sometimes I get custom orders as well for things.
Yeah.
For like my tie-dyes and sometimes my candles or paintings. Yeah.
What's your favourite thing to make?
I don't actually have a favourite thing to make. I pretty much enjoy it all.
Well, that's a good answer, isn't it? You're
Yeah.
you're a salesperson, Holly.
Yeah.
I can tell. Selwyn, what have you noticed in Holly's business since you've started working together as her coach? What's changed?
Well, certainly the diversity of Holly's talents, I guess, allows her to explore a lot of her creations, as she calls them, and her original art forms, which is very, very cool. One of the standout things to me has been her Kawakawa Balm, because I brought home a bottle of that as my wife was a very keen gardener. And she thought it was the best balm and moisturiser for gardeners that she had experienced. So that was pretty cool, and a big ups, of course, to Holly for that. So I nabbed from Holly a suitcase full of product. And, when my wife hosted the local garden club's Christmas affair at our house last year, we put that on the table for sale, and all of them sold out. Holly was good enough to supply a little bit of a sample jar, so people were able to just give it a try, and that led to the clean out and total sale of all of those products. So very good products, fit for market, and very, very much of a quality that is able to be appreciated by her customers.
Wonderful. That's a great story. And Holly, was the Kawakawa Balm a new product that you introduced into your range?
It's probably one of the newest things. I've been doing Kawakawa Balm for probably maybe 2.5, 3 years now. But yeah, it's probably one of my most newest products that I've been doing. Yeah.
And were there any barriers to getting that product to market? Did you have to have special labelling or any testing that you had to do?
Not really as such, but the labelling we've perfected in the last probably couple of months. Really, the only thing or the only barrier we faced was trying to source some of the ingredients to be able to make the Kawakawa Balm.
So you had supply issues.
Yeah, but other than that, it wasn't really like a biggie.
Yeah. So tell me, you go to market, you take your products to a physical market?
Yeah, I take my products to markets. I've been doing Te Awamutu markets, Ahopo, Tamaheri, Hamilton, and Kinloch, and a few years ago I did Otrahonga markets too. Oh, and Kihi markets.
There's some lovely sounding markets there.
Yeah.
And so going to market is one way that you sell your products, and how else do you do it?
Sometimes word of mouth.
Yep.
Workshops online, through the disability business network thing.
Yep.
Through some of the CCS things as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it's often about relationships, isn't it? Sales.
Yeah,
So
and also connects you, supports me with it too sometimes. So yeah.
Cool. And
Yeah.
this podcast is conversations with disabled business owners telling their business stories. What advantage do you think your disability brings to your business?
Technically, I don't see my disability as an advantage or a bonus, because I'm myself and my personality brings out like good people are just drawn to my personality and like my creativity.
Yeah, we can tell that. Selwyn, what would you say?
Holly's personality makes her products shine.
Yeah.
Holly has a tremendous drive, and she, as you've heard from the markets she attends, and the amount of products, the range that she has under Holly's Original Heart. Sometimes you wonder if she ever has any spare time at all. But she's very well driven, and when she makes her mind up, particularly I'm thinking, Holly, around the markets. When you make your mind up to attend these things, she goes in boots and all, and huge credit to her for that drive.
Yeah, I can tell that. So that kind of leads us towards Holly. What's your dream for Holly's Original Art?
So I see my dream being more of a professional kind of setting, and like selling more products, and hopefully going far in the future in that with my business.
Yeah. So would you like to supply to maybe a shop, or is that something that's on?
Hopefully supplying to some kind of shops, or I don't really know as such.
So, and what do you think for Holly?
Certainly at this stage, wholesaling is not something that Holly's really put a lot of focus on. So supplying other retailers is not something as yet that she's put a lot of consideration to, certainly in my understanding, Holly. I think she enjoys, and I'm speaking like you as the third person, Holly, but Holly does enjoy being out there amongst people. She's definitely much a people person. And
definitely. Always have been.
And part of what you do, I think, is because of the pleasure you get from being at markets, from being around other people. And so it's not just about the making of the product and shipping it off to other retailers. I think she likes the people contact as well.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good thing to remember too, because sometimes, we might move away from that thinking that there is another way, or wholesale might be better and bigger isn't sometimes better.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. When in business, Holly, there are lots of people that you surround yourself with, and I'm sure you've had lots of support, as a lot of businesses do. Is there anyone you'd like to thank for helping you in your business?
Firstly, I would like to thank my lovely family and my parents and my grandparents and the wonderful support I've had from the CCS disability networking thing, and Selwyn, Julie and Sandra, and also connects you.
Nice.
And yeah,
Yeah.
also my support staff.
Great. That's a long list.
and all my fans out there too.
Your fans. Would you like to say hello to any of your fans? Or
Hello to all Holly's wonderful support crew and friends and family. Yeah.
And how useful has it been to be part of the Disability Business Network and be with other disabled business owners like yourself?
I think it's pretty awesome and amazing because there's so many wonderful people out there that are taking this journey alongside myself and others, and I think it's really rewarding and awesome to see and hear how everyone's like going and developing and growing their businesses and growing in their selves as well, and having the confidence to do that.
It's lovely. Awesome. Yeah. And I know that I've watched you grow in confidence in the network. It's wonderful. I'm thinking back to our last meeting. It was, here's Holly, and you were taking a leadership role and encouraging others. You know, really great. Yeah. I'm sure.
And I think that people with disabilities can do anything if they put their minds to it.
Of course we can.
Yeah, and we can achieve anything if we believe in ourselves.
Yeah, that's great. And we see that in you, which was lovely. Selwyn, have you got anything to add to that?
Well, just really, I was just hearing you speak, Holly, and was smiling and thinking of how you had grown and flourished through this time. And certainly, as Julie said, that how you have become a leader and a leader of inspiration to many of the other people on the Disability Business Network sessions, just in terms of sharing your journey, sharing your work and sharing your successes. And I think you've just been very encouraging, and that's a tremendous, again, part of your personality as well, Holly, is just how you inspire and encourage others as well.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. And just lastly, Holly, tell us what part social media plays in your business.
So, with my business, I feature on Facebook. I did have an Instagram, but I don't really use it now because I have problems with trying to upload content to my Instagram. I also feature on the Connects You website with my Holly's original art, and on some of the disability business networking things like the podcast and the conference that recently was held in Wellington.
Yes, that's right. Yep, you came along.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's great. So how do people find you, Holly, if we're out of the mighty Waikato area?
So if you're out of the mighty Waikato area, You can find me on Facebook under Holly's Original Art. Yeah.
Cool. And what about an email address?
My email address currently is hollykins, KINZ, or one word, 17 @yahoo.co.nz.
Great. And Selwyn, the final word from you before we end today. What would you like to say to Holly?
Well, again, just huge congratulations, Holly, for how you not only produce such wonderful products, but how you remain focused and how you continue to work on your dream and on your passion of producing your original art. So keep at it, girl, and it's just great to hear and see that your customer base is growing. And certainly the recognition for your work is so high. So good on you.
Yay.
Thank you, Selwyn.
You've got lots of fans. Holly, thank you for coming on today's episode of My Business Stars. You really are a star, and we applaud you. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
You've been listening to the My Business Stars podcast. I'm that blind woman, Julie Woods from the Disability Business Network, and this program has been sponsored by CCS Disability Action. Thank you. The Disability Business Network is the only business network in Aotearoa, New Zealand, dedicated to business owners who live with an impairment. If you are disabled, own your own business, and would love to mix with people who look like you, then join us today at the Disability Business Network. You can find us at disabilitybusinessnetwork.org, or you can contact that blind woman, Julie Woods, on 021 913 513, or email julie@thatblindwoman.co.nz. At the Disability Business Network, we believe in disabled people being successful in their own businesses and becoming business stars.
This podcast was produced by OAR FM Dunedin with support from New Zealand On the Air.